It's your boy, 66666 baggers only. And oh man, goddamn, man, this is so much to take in. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, anyways. It's day 2 of the Megan the Stallion and Tory Lane case today. Apparently, she took the stand. And of course, the lioness beep was up there line, and more line. And for all the Megan the Stallion fans who I want to probably, say, oh, you guys are just haters. You guys are this. Well, she admitted to lying over and over and over again. Just so you know. So, I don't want to hear any of that bullshit. You feel me? But, DJ Academics, once again, he's the plug. He's the GOAT to all them chat niggas. He went on Instagram Live today and he basically got the rundown of what was said. And apparently Kelsey, was the best friend, is going to hit the stand tomorrow. I can't wait to hear what she got to say. But anyways, here's the breakdown. And for other people who's on my page, please subscribe. I've been watching my YouTube studio. A lot of people are watching, but you guys are not subscribing. So please subscribe, like, and comment. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'm here for the people. Let's go.
Y'all know how it is when we hit that hour mark. Hour. Didn't Instagram used to give you a fucking notification when you was about to hit the hour? Or that's some old ass shit that they done took away when they did this update? Which one? Yeah, we reached that hour mark, but my whole thing is, why the fuck they don't be telling nobody? Would it make sense to tell somebody? Child. You know how it is when you hit that hour. Let me dig this wedgie on my ass. Hold on. That shit about to take me out, bitch. I don't see how y'all like shit up y'all ass. Like that. Nah, it be the hour shit. It be the hour shit. Yeah. They should let you be on here for as long as the fuck you want to. You know what? No, you're fine. But little baby said, wipe your lips. That lipstick got dry. This lipstick lasted all day. So I feel like shout out to this lipstick. It's by Mented. But I gotta go use I gotta use like a makeup wipe and my lip scrubber to actually get it off. It's gonna take more than, it's been on all fucking day. All motherfucking day. So anyway, like I was telling you. So, basically, there was something else that fucking happened that could have led to, people feeling a motherfucking way. It wasn't just that, oh, he could have been apologizing for shooting you. No, bitch. It could have been an issue that he said that he was sorry because he just exposed that he was fucking you. And you know damn well that that's not supposed to be what happened, and that's a secret that you was trying to keep from what was supposed to be your motherfucking best friend. Duh. The judge is professional. He wasn't doing anything with his face that would indicate how he felt about any of the shit that was going on. Okay.
All right, we're back.
They say Tamika over there talking about Megan did lie, but she got shot. Child, please. Any motherfucking way. So, I had left off at them saying that there was something else that could have happened because Tory revealed that he was having sex with you. He could have been apologizing for that as well. And so they acted like they wanted to dismiss that shit. They didn't want to pay attention. They said, do you remember telling exactly what Tory was when you gave your statement? Because she was acting like she don't know if he was in the front seat or the back seat. She said, yeah. They said, but now you saying you didn't know which door on the passenger side he was on. They said at the hospital, you said that you and Tory argued and that Kelsey jumped in. Okay, she said, yeah. They said, we asked you twice about that argument. They said, I argued with Tory, but then it turned into us arguing with him. They went back to the motherfucking Instagram live video. They said, you said you ain't want to be a snitch, but why didn't you tell Instagram that you had already talked to the police? Because you had. She ain't get no real damn answer. She said she was just upset that day due to accusations, and every day people are threatening her. She said that people have told her, I would have shot her too. She's a whore. She didn't deserve to be here, all that kind of shit. They showed 3 different things from social media. One from Instagram that said Megan needed to have been shot and killed, some heinous shit like that. And then there were 2 tweets about Megan that they showed. She said, I see stuff like that every day. Since the shooting. She said, if I would have known that speaking on this situation would mean losing my confidence, my friends, and everything else, I would have never said anything. That's what she said. They said, you said that you were an upcoming artist when the shooting took place, right? She said, yeah. They said, but you would consider yourself to be one of the biggest artists in the world right now, right? She said, yes. So they said, well, how did this affect your career then? Wasn't it improved on, basically improved upon? She said, because I got shot. Now she got an attitude. They said, well, you said you were an up and coming artist when it happened, but now you acknowledge that you're one of the biggest artists in the world. So did it really hurt your career if you got awards and deals and all this other shit? They said you claim nothing else happened for Tory to apologize, but y'all argued. And they said the argument started because of the sex and the revelation that y'all had sex. She was like, well, why does that matter? Why does it matter that we had sex? And they said, because that was the start of the argument, correct? She had to acknowledge it. They said, were you upset about Kylie and Tory being in the pool? She said, no. They said, when did you acknowledge that you had an intimate relationship with him? She said, I told the DA after they asked me on Gail. They said, did you tell the DA you slept with him, or did they ask you that after they saw the shit? She said they asked me. So after she did Gail, and Gail said, did you have an intimate relationship with Tory? Prosecutors went to Megan and said, well, did you have a sexual relationship? And she told them yes. So that's when we have to acknowledge again that for 2 years you lied about something that simple.
Wait, hold on. So I was under the impression that this is a DV charge, which usually, if there's any violence between a man and a woman, there's usually going to be the question of, are y'all fucking? Are y'all living together? Are y'all doing anything like that? That's how they get to determine if it's domestic violence rather than just simple assault or aggravated assault. But it could be aggravated assault and it's underneath domestic violence, which they treat differently to protect victims. So, so they're saying that the cops ain't have no idea they were fucking for like 2 years.
Right.
That sounds like sloppy detective work.
It did, yeah. Doesn't it? Because she adamantly, repeatedly said there was no sexual relationship. Megan got on live and people asked her if she was having sex with Tory. She said Tory and kind of laughed. And ever since then, she even had a friend get up and say, if you think she fucking with Tory, you a damn fool. Whole time, that's exactly what she was doing. So the line about it was ridiculous. Like, that was something so little. What else they said? Were you upset about Kylie in the pool? Da 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 da. And then, let me see. Yeah. After that, they said, did you get in a fist fight with Kelsey? She said no. Did you get into any type of fight with Kelsey? She said no. They said, did you ever tell police that Tory bumped Kelsey on Gail? Or did you tell the police? No. Did you tell Gail? No. They said, so the first time that you saying this is now. They said, did you see them fight? She said no. She did not see Tory in them fight. And that was the end of Megan's raggedy ass testimony. Boring, snooze fast.
Did they ask the question, and this might be a weird question to ask, but did they ask her if when Tory, because keep in mind, she's 8 feet away.
Yeah.
You shoot at somebody 5 times and they're 8 feet away. You could be a bad aim, but come on, you tell me
that's very unlikely.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they ask her if she believed that Tory was shooting the gun to scare her, or whoever? Well, she clearly thinks it's Tory. That whoever was shooting the gun was shooting it to scare her, or was trying to hit her.
She did not specify. She said that she don't know why he did it. She don't know why he did it. That he said dance bitch when she got out the car.
And she admitted to no physicality before, like whether maybe she hit Tory, or maybe Tory hit her first, or maybe
nothing
she
like
hit Kelsey.
that.
So nobody was
Nothing.
physical, and this nigga just randomly pulled a gun.
Yes, that's a story. That's a story. And the bitch is sticking to it. And I'm gonna tell you something. The people are not pleased. The people ain't pleased. And they not buying that shit. So I don't know why people acting like Megan and all of that and all that shit didn't move nobody. And I'm gonna tell you something else. She was very snappy at certain points and very argumentative at certain points. The jury has more white women than anything else. I think that somebody should have spoken to Megan and let her know, like, play it cool, because even though black women should be allowed to express themselves, even though she's a victim on the stand, y'all know how black women, get the shit, the brunt of shit. Megan looked like an angry black woman today.
Really?
To me, yeah, at certain points, she did. And I think that she should have concealed her feelings a little bit better, because she would go from the crying sound, because there were no tears, to an immediate type of snappy attitude and making those faces and all that kind of shit like that. So I think that she should have been more.
Did she come
aware.
across sincere? Did she come across like?
At
let's take
points,
out the fact that you're obviously covering this case, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were watching it and you were on that jury pool, and even though you said she didn't evoke any tears, but she was trying to evoke emotion, do you believe that you'd be like, you know what? If you never knew nothing else but her testimony, would you be like, you know what? I believe her. Or do you think she was carefully not only dissecting the questions, but also measuring the emotions to give out to try to get people to believe her? What do you genuinely think?
I think that there are people who absolutely could have looked at the situation and felt like at certain points, this girl is genuine. This girl was hurt. This girl is feeling this shit. She's doing it. I do feel like some people could have felt that way and received it that way. I think that the issue is when defense comes in and say, so you lied. Yes. So you lied. Yes. So you lied. Those are the things that changed maybe the way that some people could have felt about her testimony, because she contradicted herself a lot. And all of that I don't remember shit was getting aggravating. It was simple shit. You could have just answered.
So she changed her reason for not being upfront about what she claimed happened, right? She said, well, I didn't want the cops to kill nobody. Then it turns to, hey, in the hip hop community,
you don't want to
cooperating, I ain't trying to be no snitch. It seems like there was questioning about it, but I'm asking you, did she explain or did they ask her like, well, you coming here and getting on the stand, if you thought they were gonna think of you as a snitch back then, if you thought that, they're gonna think of you definitely as a snitch now. You understand? Why did you make the decision to even testify? Because they normally do not require victims to testify in cases like that, out of many different reasons. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I could imagine that she elected to testify.
I don't know if I feel like she elected to testify. I think that she would have been. I think that maybe she was pushed. I think that the
prosecutors, but
it's so weak. If she didn't talk, this should have really been in the toilet. They needed her to get up there and do what she did, and then put on them damn sounds and point him out and do all that animated shit like Nancy Dillon said, and and I want to highlight that Nancy Dillon said it because it seems to be a problem when black people, report on what Megan had going on. So a white bitch said that the bitch was animated. If y'all want to, accept it from the white bitch, since black media doesn't get a particular type of shine when we're sitting up reporting things, talking about things, and then y'all know what happened.
Yeah, there's a couple different things that play with that. Not only I do believe race comes into it, but for whatever reason, the quote unquote word journalist, like y'all both were in the courtroom and seeing the same shit, right? You're gonna tell it in your way because you're talented. You know what I mean? Like you don't talk dry, right? And because you don't tell it mad dry, they're gonna be like, oh nah, that's not what happened. when she tweets it out, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we believe it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so from what I'm getting, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it doesn't seem like Meg blew it, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people were thinking that Tory's defense attorneys might have her so frazzled up there and just tripping over lie after lie that maybe the jury would just look at it and be like, man, we're dealing with a fucking compulsive liar. Throw this bitch out. I'm not saying she knocked it out the park, but
it wasn't one of those days where you left feeling like Megan just fucked this up.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, but holes were absolutely poked in her story. Absolutely. If it's a jury with 12 people, 4 might have been like, damn, that nigga shot her. The rest of the hoes gonna be like, that hoe a liar.
Let me ask you a question. So I know Meg gave her availability. That's why she came in today. Was she going to be available tomorrow?
We got through everything today, and they dismissed her as a witness. So I think she's done.
Okay, no, I know she's done, but put it like this: if I'm Tory's lawyer, she's sitting. You remember Amber Heard was up there for like some days,
right?
I need her for 3 days. I
don't think they give her 3 days.
Up there for 3 days.
By the time they got done with her, they was tired. The judge said, "Okay, can we dismiss this witness?" And then they said, "Yeah, y'all done. Okay, thank you." Like, it was like a please. There were a lot of can we approach, Your Honor? There were a lot of sidebar conversations.
Really?
Where they wanted a lot. The Tory's defense at a lot of different points, which I feel like they should have, because it started coming off like, well, damn, they would tell somebody else, answer the question and leave it at the question. They let Megan just say whatever the fuck she wanted to say. And that's why I think it was so rehearsed, because she set up if they said Megan is the sky blue, she would say, yeah, the sky blue, because I went outside and I was at the park and I looked up at the sky and, yeah, the sky blue. It was just excessive shit, but they would object and they would say, let her do it, overruled, handle it. And they would let her continue on. And I didn't think that was really fair. I didn't.
So the main thing we're taking away from this is that there's definitely some holes. You know, one thing with what you told me that I think she buttoned up, she tried to button up the major, like, discrepancy of her saying, no, I know Tory shot me and my back was turned. She basically closed that loophole by saying, well
I turned my head to the left.
Yeah, when I turned my head around, he had the gun. He hadn't seen him pull the shots, but he's the last person that had the gun, so I'm making a conclusion he shot me. Right?
Yes.
Which still might help Tory, but it doesn't make her look like a liar, because she was saying, Tory shot me, but I never seen who shot me. Right. But now she's saying, I seen him with the gun.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So when Kelsey comes in tomorrow, it'll be very interesting to see what she says, because, mind you, Kelsey had gunshot residue on her. And it was said that Kelsey was very close to Megan when this shit went off. Don't forget, a witness saw the muzzle flash go off in the midst of what looked like an altercation. So for her to say that, and they already testified that no gunshots were fired, like, in the vehicle. Now, I'm going to tell you something else.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No gunshots was fired in the vehicle?
A police officer came up as a witness and said that they knew that the gun was not fired in the car, which she did say he was half in, half out. But she said that she deduced that it wasn't in the car because it would have been a smell in the car from when they fired it. The shell casings would have been in the car and all that shit. But let me tell you what the problem is. If the car stopped in the middle of the street and Tory shot the gun over the window at you, them shell casings would have been in a particular spot. I'm not feeling like the the shell casings are where they were supposed to be per where she claims he was. No. Though when they showed us some shell casings, it looked like it, and they said it's in the man's backyard. It was on the property. It's to me, I feel like a fight spilled over into a particular space. The gun went pop, 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 pause, pop, pop. That could have been a struggle. I really feel like the gun went off. I feel like people were struggling, but fuck that. The shell casings, if he shot you from the vehicle, would have been in the damn street. The shell casings wasn't in the street from what I recall. Yeah. There were more. So they
I
said they were in his backyard.
and usually there's some type of levitation between the street and the curb, and obviously
Right.
I don't know if there's like a little pavement where you could walk, but obviously that would be different than someone's yard. If a shell casing flew 6 feet over there, nah,
Insanity.
that. Well, apparently they're going to be bringing a gun expert. Hey,
Yeah.
did the surgeon testify?
Not yet, but he will supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna get to talk about this whole thing about what the fuck happened with
These bullet fragments. I want to see what was the regimen for the physical therapy. When did she start walking again? What date did she start walking again? We seen her in Mexico. We seen her on the boat fishing and shit. When was this happening?
This shit. I know she was kind of, or at least when you told me, it sounded like she was a little bit elusive around the subject of if she was intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Does she? I know she admits she drank 6 shots before Tory gets there. Does she just flat out say, "I was drunk"?
No.
Does she admit being impaired, like with her, with whether her
they
judgment?
asked her. They said you mentioned that you had been laughing a lot at the party. They said, was that because you were drunk? She said it could have been because I had been drinking. She never acknowledged that she was drunk, even though they brought up the fact that, but Kelsey, who was there with you all day and y'all always party, she was passed out drunk. Yeah, but I had about probably 6 shots. Never said she was drunk.
I'm wondering if, let's say Corey Gamble takes the stand. I'm wondering if
He's supposed to be. They said that.
I wonder if he's gonna say, well, not only did Kylie kick her out, but she was belligerent and acting out while at the party, which led to her leaving. The thing about what Meg's testimony did is that unless somebody fills in the gap, her saying, well, I don't remember, Tory, like, I don't know if Tory's going to take a stand, but Tory can't fill that timeline in. That's basically hearsay at this point.
Right.
So she said, like, to establish what happened, right, before Tory got there, and then when Tory gets there, you need somebody to speak on that. Hopefully Kelsey will, but I don't know. If you were saying she was passed out, maybe she missed some shit too.
Exactly. And I think that with the defense wanting to bring up Corey, they have an idea of what he would say. Because if you tell the truth, then you're going to say a particular thing. Why the hell would they request to have him come up if he wasn't going to say something that would benefit them? So I absolutely believe that Corey will get on the stand and testify to the fact that she was put the fuck out.
Interestingly enough, I'm actually surprised that she didn't say. I thought she was definitely gonna like corroborate the prosecutor's story that she saw Tory hit Kelsey, but
right.
she didn't say that. She said bump, which now I'm wondering if Kelsey doesn't admit to it. Now I got to wonder where the prosecutor got it from. Because
Amen.
The witness never told you that. Apparently Kelsey never really told. Like, there's got to be something new. I think Kelsey has an immunity deal. So I think the deal she has says, listen, no matter what you did that night, you will not get charged now or in the future, as long as you get on the stand and testify on the behalf of the prosecutors, basically saying that Tory shot Megan, you saw her.
Right. And but what are we going to say about her jewelry and her nail?
Well, this is where you're going to be instrumental, like, definitely tomorrow, when Tory's lawyers got to ask Kelsey, do you have a current deal with the prosecutors that has allowed this testimony and allow you to be here? Do you have anything pre-existing? Because it's pertinent to know. You got to know it. You know what I mean? Because if she's bound by an immunity deal to testify, you never know what she might say or omit, just trying to help the prosecution get a conviction.
Right. Absolutely.
Because it's clear she's not doing this out of love for Meg. She's definitely not doing this out of love for Meg.
She has said, but make it make sense, because Kelsey the one did a diss track and said, do your label really know who shot you? She said that Kelsey went live and said after Gail, this is just the beginning. Let her do what she gonna do. I'm gonna talk about and called her a liar. So you finna get up here and say what on Megan's behalf? If that's the case, everybody thinks she's gonna be on Megan's side, but what the fuck are you gonna say if you've been calling her a liar this whole damn time?
Also, wait, hey, did they ask Meg? I know they got to ask Kelsey this. Meg had stated that the reason that Kelsey did not come out and basically get her side and speak the quote-unquote truth, which would say that, oh, Tory shot Meg, is because Tory not only offered, but it looked like Tory was supporting her business or whatever the case is. Did she get asked if she had any tangible proof that Tory was literally either supporting or paying under the table, whatever the fuck you want to call it?
Oh, and let me tell you what she did. Megan claimed that Kelsey went to this damn hotel to meet up with Tory and with the Whoop. At first, she said it was a text. Then she changed it and said it was a phone call. So we have no proof of the claims that Megan made that Kelsey claims allegedly that Tory offered her anything. There's no proof of that. She said it was a phone call, and Megan said, how could you do that? You betrayed me. You know, that nigga shot me. Why the fuck would you go over there by yourself? And all of that shit. And left it right there.
Wow. That's interesting. That's fucking interesting. So, Kelsey is top of the morning tomorrow. Kelsey will be testifying.
Yeah. Kelsey's supposed to be the next witness. Oh, she's supposed to testify to Wednesday. So I don't know if she's going to be first up, but she's supposed to be Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. That means they gotta play that diss song she made at
they got to.
They gotta
and
play
I want to
that.
hear about the sex tape talk. Will Desiree be back in court? Is she coming to the damn stand? What the hell going on with that? Because are we gonna talk about that?
It's clear that, well, first of all, I think Rock Nation, we all know where they've placed their eggs in the basket of getting a conviction. Trust and believe. Yeah. All the entities that have supported and invested a lot of money into Meg, they need a conviction. Whether they give a fuck about Tory or not, the only way to make sure that, number one, Meg's career goes even higher, and also she's not looked at as quote unquote a liar, right, is that Tory gonna go to jail. And I think that they're not only showing support in dealing with certain people, but fuck all that real quick. The driver. Why is he not on no subpoena list or anything?
I don't understand. And he keeps getting mentioned. He's been mentioned the whole time, but nobody has expressed interest in bringing him up or any fucking thing. I don't know where the hell he done went. We ain't never heard from the damn man. They did show his picture up at the damn jail. But, okay, and what the hell is he? And then Megan said about the driver that he never said nothing. She don't remember him saying nothing, that he was just quiet the whole damn time. But you got witnesses who saw a whole bunch of shit. So you telling me, Megan, the witnesses are lying? A man woke up in the middle of the night and decided to lie minutes after this incident about you getting into a physical altercation and this shit happening.
Hold on. The bodyguard, allegedly, and I know a lot of people have played this and pretty much we've adopted it seemingly to be true. There is a video where a bodyguard is talking, and the bodyguard is basically breaking down what happened the night.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if you can't get that nigga to come in to testify, maybe some things from what he said that went on social media or YouTube.
Did anybody confirm that was him, though?
Oh, well, I guess the prosecutors have to say it.
The audio is just audio.
Yeah.
So did we ever confirm that was even a security guard?
Well, I gotta imagine that the prosecutor would do that. You gotta do that. Like, yo, if you have three people in a love triangle and the only person who's neutral, you gotta get that nigga's statement.
I would think so.
That's odd to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I would hope that they would put his ass on, because he should know everything. He the one that was sitting outside the whole damn time. They acknowledged that he never came in the party, never was meant to. Sat in the car the whole time. So this nigga sitting outside. He didn't see everything that happened outside. He the one that's been driving all damn night. That's the one got the damn answers.
when Tory allegedly apologized via text, that might have been to Kelsey. Was there any follow-up text messages sent to him like, bro, why did you shoot her or something like that? Like anything that could, that could pin that apology to an act, because that apology just seems random, right?
No. And when you hear the call from the jail, everything makes sense. When you hear more than that little itty bitty ass piece of "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this" and da 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 da, when he says, what happened, I can't take it back, but I hate that, da da da. That sounds like somebody who regrets. If the story is, damn, I'm the one that divulged that we was having sex and this then fucked y'all up and this shit then blew up to some more shit. It makes sense what he said. That puts it in context. I don't know anybody that would shoot a bitch and say, try to kill her, I guess, and shoot at a bitch 5 times and say, child, whatever happened. I can't take it back, but that doesn't correlate to me. It makes perfect sense that he felt bad about divulging that information. And when he said, I don't move like that. Even when he texting, I don't move like that. I was drunk. I think he feel like I ain't no chatty ass nigga. So I wouldn't have did that if I wasn't drinking. It make perfect sense that it was, damn, I hate that I said that shit. Like, it's going to cause a problem between you guys. It did cause a problem.
No, I agree.
And don't forget,
I agree.
We haven't heard the body cam footage yet, but we got to hear the statement be made that Kelsey did say, I'm hyperventilating, I'm about to pass out. And he said, it's okay, they don't know what happened.
Okay, the ring camera footage that the shots were being heard on, is there anything, even if it's faint? Because I gotta imagine the dance bitch, that sounds like a one-liner out of a movie. You get
Literally.
what I mean? Is any of that, do you hear shouting before captured, or you just only hear bullets?
You just hear the bullets.
Because that ring camera was inside the house, right?
Oh, you hear some damn bullets.
Did the defense attorney kind of, because here's the thing. There is some reason, and this, if I'm the defense attorney, I would argue that, hey, you don't really know who shot you, but you do have some type of motive to pin it on Tory. Yeah. You get what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's how I feel.
Did they get into, and it seemed like they did, about either with her career or maybe how she may have felt embarrassed about being in that situation, or maybe how she was looking at the blogs covering her limping and then thinking that she was doing something that maybe she wasn't doing. And you tell me.
Absolutely. They asked her about that, just about the way that she decided to handle things. And she just said that she was embarrassed. She didn't want, she said she would have never said nothing if Tory's team wasn't putting out false stories and trying to make a narrative, that she would have never told anybody about this. And I found that to be odd, that you would never, so you was going to go home that night, because mind you, they were still taking her home. They weren't going to the hospital, they're taking her home. So you were going to be okay with getting dropped off at your damn house, and you were never going to say nothing about this incident, is what you're telling me? That's what you're telling the courts? That's fucking ridiculous to me. And you embarrassed, and you don't want to be a snitch. You got right up on Instagram and told the shit. What the fuck is you talking about? You was talking to police the day after, doing an interview. What the fuck is you talking about?
You know what's interesting about that? I think when she first comes out and says, hey, listen, I was a victim, I don't think Tory made any statement. I think people were covering the story, being ignorant, saying, hey, the police are investigating the shooting, and they I think people were confused and arrested with detained at that point. But it was like, yo, hey, all three of these people got arrested: Tory Lanez, Meg, and another woman. And of course, that's how it was playing on all media. And of course, what people were interpreting is that, oh shit, Meg probably did something wrong. I don't think Tory was putting out any narrative. I think what happened was that Meg did not like the fact that it was seen that she might have been into some bullshit, because obviously she's definitely brand friendly.
If people remember, and if everybody goes back the jokes were running rampant. It wasn't Tory, it was the internet. When people saw Megan in the middle of the night walking backwards, we see a little blood. She said she stepped on glass. They continue to call her a drunk bitch. You know, it's rumors about her being an alcoholic, and people throw that in her face and all kind of shit. People in the internet started taunting her. That is when that girl came out and said something. And we heard the audio of Kelsey saying Meg's team is they already all over this. 5 hours after the shit, when she talked to Tory on the jail call, she said, yeah, Meg's people are already all over this. So her team had already come in. Like they said, y'all asked them not to even, record the interview that you did with them. Y'all wanted that off the record and shit. To me, strategy was already being had. And they said, why did you want to call the manager? And she said, because I felt like if I could
I said that was a shrewd moment, a shrewd answer by her to say, oh, I don't remember asking them to not record it, because the question would be, why would you not want it to be recorded? Unless maybe, right, you didn't want it to surface and you just wanted to basically tell on the nigga.
Exactly.
And not you being...
Exactly. So I don't think it was a slam dunk for her. She may have touched a couple of people today, but this is very early. We still got a lot more people to get through that's going to have a story to tell. So this was not a slam dunk. Like I said, I think that there was some genuine the most genuine that I saw emotion-wise was every time she brought up Party, her boyfriend. And at certain points when she brought up Kelsey and the fact that they were no longer friends. She seems to be really hurt by the fact that, and I think that was real, that her and Kelsey were no longer friends. And when she had to say basically her nigga was embarrassed to her, the bitch looked embarrassed. I don't know if it was, hurt, but she looked affected. Absolutely. Yeah.
I definitely believe that. I think she's in a hopefully healthy relationship now. Yeah. And every day we found out about 3 more rappers who's supposed to be smashed. And I could imagine like, he's probably trying to be as supportive as he can be, but he's looking like a clown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he looked like a clown. It looked like everybody that had your bitch.
And she's reacting off of that, and she probably feels horrible because none of this would have really came to light or start getting confirmed until this whole situation with Tory. So I believe that. Yeah. Did they ask her? Did they ask her, hey, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, and I'm just phrasing the question so they could ask it differently. Mm-hmm. Does she believe there is any possibility that, and I think you may have answered this already, any possibility that Kelsey could have fired that gun? I know she believes it's Tory, but does she believe it's impossible that Kelsey could have fired that gun?
She repeatedly said, I know who shot me. It was Tory. They said point blank, did Kelsey shoot you? No. She said she's never known Kelsey to have a gun or even handle a gun. But Kelsey did say in her rap that if I was the one with the gun, you would have heard about a murder. So, where did that come from? Is that because you've handled weapons before? You've been around weapons? Kelsey said she was a real street bitch, if that's where you want to take it. So you've never seen Kelsey handle a gun? You don't know anything about, you don't think that she would have got up on and handled it? And I'm going to say something. There are people saying they feel like defense could have gone harder, and y'all are hearing things and weren't there. Defense did what they were supposed to do, because you got to think about the optics. The defense was a man. She's the victim, the presumed victim. So he couldn't get up there going hard at that fucking girl.
You can't badger the witness like that.
Yeah,
you got to keep it cool.
He played it how he was supposed to. He had to walk a fine line, and I think that he did a great job doing so. He poked the holes in the story. He didn't have to do too much. It was very easy.
Yeah, it kind of looked like if I was in that jury pool, I'd probably say, listen, it seems like she has told lies before, and she's probably liable to continue lying whenever it behooves her. However, it's a gut call if I'm going to believe her now, right? Because she's acknowledging that she lied before, but she's saying, oh, I lied for a good reason. Now I have to think about if I'm going to judge her credibility now. Is now a good time for her to be lying?
Okay. And that's what they said in opening statements. The defense said you're going to have to judge credibility, literally. And here we are with him already outlining, you lied here, you lied there. So for 2 years, you maintained this lie? That yes, she has to acknowledge it. So it is on record that yes, she will lie when she gets ready to lie for whatever her reason is. Lied about the glass in her foot, lied about this and that. So you're willing to lie for whatever your reason is, bitch, to authorities for extended periods of time. That's important.
Wow.
And
This shit is a saga. Are you going to have problems?
no, I'm good to go because I didn't do anything. So yeah, we good. I think they're just being real strict, and I think it's a lot of nitpicky shit going on. Megan's testimony today was so fucking boring. It was just so motherfucking boring. But yeah, got to hear it. Everything is good. But the people are watching, child.
Did they ask her, you know, because Tory's been under gag order for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you know, she's been doing interviews, all these type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ask her in what world does she feel like Tory's driving the narrative as opposed to her? And also, how in what world Tory's career has gone up and she feels her career
Right.
has been negatively affected?
Yeah, they brought up and they said, you don't think that Tory's been getting all kind of hate too? When she said that she saw messages of people saying she should have been killed and stuff. And she said, I don't know. You know, like, girl, you see that shit on Twitter. You see what people be posting and people be talking about that fucking man and coming at him with all of that shit. You know that shit effect.
This is also interesting, right? Somebody in like the Instagram chat said, well, did they state in court that that gun was registered to Tory's security, aka the driver?
No, they have not pinpointed that weapon to any particular person. It was where Tory was in a car that led them to feel like it's his gun. But no, ain't nobody proven that was his gun. No.
Do you think with some of the questions about the bags and stuff like that, they're hinting towards maybe one of the women had the gun, or had maybe not on their person, but in their belongings?
Absolutely. And you have to consider the fact that y'all took shit out of EJ car. Y'all put a whole bunch of shit in that man's car. Not only that, y'all went into Kylie's home. How the hell we don't know the gun wasn't in Kylie's house? Somebody stole it. Went in the Kylie house, had EJ pack your clothes up, put the shit in the car. Y'all go up the street, almost get to your house. How we know you didn't stop at a damn gun shop? How we know you didn't stop by somewhere and pick up a weapon and say, I'm finna go back and fuck some shit up? We don't know what the hell y'all did. All we know is Tory got back in his car and there was a gun in the goddamn car.
Is EJ gonna take the stand?
EJ? Yes.
Okay. So he's gonna give a clearer picture of what happened at the party.
Mm-hmm. That'll be
in Meg Thee Stallion's story. Does she say EJ's a dude, right? I don't really know this.
Yes, he's a dude.
Okay. Was he passed out? Was he drunk too, or
they didn't speak to that? Okay. They only spoke to Kelsey. They mentioned that Kelsey was passed out. And then she got back up at a point and went to the pool. And don't forget that yesterday they hinted at an incident at the pool. And they said that Megan, after that, got very upset. So I'm very interested to hear what it was that was supposed to have taken place with Kelsey, Kylie, and Tory. Because they implied that there was something that happened. I'm like, well, damn, was it a three-way French kiss? What the fuck happened? What was bitches mad for? What could have happened that could have made her upset? That's interesting.
Was there any kissing admitted to?
No. She basically said that the wig slipping is why she wanted to go home.
Was she asked if she being felt away by Tory flirting with Kylie?
Yeah, and she said that's not true at all.
She said she didn't give no fucks.
Right. None. She said it had nothing to do. Nothing at all to do with that. She said my wig was slipping EJ told me my wig was slipping and I had to go. I wanted to leave. Then turn around and said, well, they said, why you ain't leave with EJ? Oh, because I ain't want to leave. Okay, well, bitch, did you want to leave or did you not want to leave? And girl, your wig was slipping, your hair was fucked up, and all that kind of shit. From what? Because when you was in the pool and you said, Tory, don't get my hair wet, if y'all remember. So,
Yep.
babe, your hair was fine, right? Or what happened? When did the wig start slipping, boo? Because if whatever happened and your wig was fucked up shortly after Tory got there, which was the reason why they say Tory didn't want to leave because he had just got there, we saw you bitches. So what the fuck? When did your hair get messed up, love? Was there something? Was it an issue at the house? Did bitches get belligerent at the house and cut up? Why your wig start slipping? That don't make no damn sense. You had just got done filming the video for what? Like, girl, cut it out.
Okay. So where are you leaning right now? Give me a sequence of events. And again, it's probably going to change day by day as you see more testimony and whatever. But as you're trying to formulate the story in your mind, what are you trying to try to put the pieces together from what the detectives say? You're seeing pictures and you're hearing audio in court that we're not privy to because we're not in court, but you're seeing it, from a really close perspective. Give me what you believe probably happened.
I think that Megan goes over to Kylie's house to go to a pool party. She invites the nigga that she had been fucking with, wanted him to come over. I think that she wanted to keep it light because Kelsey was back. I don't know why in the fuck you would want to be around a nigga knowing you had fucked him with Kelsey sitting up here. But I think maybe she wanted to keep it light that night. Come on over. Let's have some fun since they have had fun together because she mentioned that they were partying shit together. I think they went over there and that I think that Megan being from a certain area talking how she talked, I don't know her, but I would imagine that she would have an attitude with a nigga flirt with another bitch in her face. Oh, what the fuck y'all think this is? Not in my face, not after I'm the one that's supposed to be fuck you. Like, no, that's women find that to be disrespectful. I think that she had an attitude about it, and that is why she wanted to leave. I think that she got belligerent. I do believe that Kylie said, baby, it's time for you to go. I think that she did not want to leave. I think that Tory did not want to escalate the situation. It was already like, damn, this bitch really want to get the fuck up out of here. And so he said, you know what, let me leave. Even though I just got here and I want to be here, okay, fine, let me leave. I think they got in the car and it was tense. I believe that the argument, I can't even believe that they got in an argument about their careers. Because she said that there was an argument about, who was bigger and who had a better career and who was a better rapper. I believe some shit like that could have been said. But I think that what the issue was, because hell no, I don't think that that's what sparked everything. I think that Tory absolutely said, oh, you backing up a bitch that's been on my dick? And I think that the ladies started to argue, even if Tory was in it and everybody was arguing. I think that the attitude would have been between the women. They have more motive than anyone in this situation to me, based on that revelation. I believe the witness, saw Kelsey get out. I think they had a physical fight. I think that the men, somebody grabbed the gun. Who? Can't deduce that yet. But I think one of those women grabbed that gun is what I think. Maybe trying to defend themselves after a physical altercation. Maybe a bitch losing. Maybe a bitch wants somebody to get the fuck up off of her. Whatever. I think the gun was grabbed. If the gun started off where it ended up, that means that shit was sitting right there where Megan was. If that's the case. The gun gets grabbed, and I think that there was a struggle. I think maybe the men intervened. Tory intervened to try to, this is serious now. Somebody could die. I think that there was a struggle over that weapon, and I think that the weapon went off. I do not think that anybody, especially Tory, with intent, shot at her and said, dance, bitch, and shot at this girl. I don't think that happened. I think Megan ended up getting hurt. Absolutely. I don't think the story goes the way that she told it. I think that it was an accident. I don't think anyone out there purposely fired that gun. I think it went off in the midst of a struggle. That's what I think happened.
Do you think she's just doubling down on the story that, oh, Tory did it and he's the only guilty person? Or do you think in some weird way, even though she don't fuck with her, she's protecting Kelsey?
Absolutely.
Because I still can't understand why she didn't just say, yo, yeah, Kelsey beat me up too. Or or maybe it don't sound too good. Because
Exactly.
I guess if she beat up Kelsey, like
How
she
she
don't
gonna
mention
look?
nothing with the fight with Kelsey.
Yeah, like I absolutely think she will protect Kelsey above anything, regardless of what has happened thus far. Yeah, and she too deep in the shit now to change it up. And somebody said, "What's the relevance of the sexual relationship?" You dumb bitch. The relevance is the fact that started the argument. That would give somebody motive. Duh. Nobody cares about Megan's pussy. The sex life is relevant because that is what tipped the scales. When Tory revealed that Megan had sex with him, Kelsey gets upset. This escalates the situation. This ain't the first time that you've done this to me. Everybody corroborates that claim. So that's very important when it comes to what were y'all arguing about. And that gives them motive. And Megan kept that from y'all. You sit up here wondering why it's relevant. You need to wonder why the girl kept it from you. And what was your motive for keeping that from the people? Because then you start to understand the dynamics. You know how that looks if people find that shit out. It looked like you hoes is guilty. So come on now.
Wow. No, interesting shit. I mean, again, like, I would have to think, just hearing from you today and yesterday, that if the jury had to vote just off of today, it would be a very tough call for them to all unanimously vote that
Me
Tory
too.
is guilty.
Yeah. Because
So,
I will acknowledge that I think that some people would say maybe he's guilty after Megan got up there and did what she did. Every single juror, absolutely not. I think the majority will say, "Child, I cannot, with 100% certainty, say he did this."
okay, so I see some people mentioning in the chat. They said someone else who was there, Tamika Mallory, is saying completely different, a different tune, and I guess they're saying that, oh, basically, I'm not sure if she did say that, but maybe she possibly said that, like, Meg had everybody in there believing, pretty much. I don't know.
Huh. But of course, what else would she say?
Okay, does she have a horse in the race? I don't know.
You know she's affiliated with Rock Nation, sitting right next to
Oh,
Desiree, jaw jacking, smiling and shit in the back.
oh, I
Yeah,
know. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, this is politics as
And
usual.
everybody wants to talk about biases and da da da. But why don't y'all talk about that?
Oh, okay. So some politics as usual shit. Jesus
She's
Christ.
heavily affiliated with Rock Nation. And was sitting right next to Desiree, kicking in. Good time back there, child.
Man, this shit is getting tense. Okay, so more importantly than Meg's testimony today, remember, Meg still said her back was turned for certain shit. She don't remember. Bump, this, that, the third. What do you think Kelsey's going to say tomorrow? And do you expect any bombshells to be dropped?
You know what? The way this shit going after today, I don't know what the hell Kelsey gonna get up there and say. Because how in the fuck did this jury and this nail get in the middle of the street? Who you gonna, when they ask you about what happened, are you gonna get your ass up there and say you don't remember either? Is she gonna act like Megan and play dumb all damn day? Or is she gonna get to it? And with Kelsey, with them already painting the picture that she was so inebriated that she was passed out, at the house, are we already setting the stage for her not to remember and have gaps in her damn story? She might just throw that card.
Hey, not to go back. Did they ask Meg the Stallion? And this is probably going to cause all type of objections if they went down this line of questioning. Did they ask her how frequently does she drink? Does she often goes to parties and get drunk?
No.
Is she a quiet drunk? Aggressive drunk? What is her usual demeanor?
Nothing.
What?
Like.
Oh, hell no. You got to establish that. You got to establish that because, listen, my thing is that, she's showing up to court today, all done up and her personality, and even if she's a little snappy, it's going to be much different than when somebody's off, like, you know what I mean, 18 shots of Casamigos, you hear me?
Okay.
So,
And we do have Moneybag Yo, you know, who used to date her, in a live video with her saying, you know, I keep these BC powders in my car for you. BC powders are often used for hangovers and shit like that. And he told her, you get real gangsta. I don't, you know, don't crash the boat. Kelsey said, bitch, I'm talking to that bitch that crashed that boat on 42. A lot of people have alluded to the fact that the bitch gets real ignorant when she gets on that damn liquor. Alluded to. We don't know, but they should have definitely. That was something good that could ask. But maybe that.
they should have asked that. You're completely relevant.
Yeah.
Complete.
Have you ever been to rehab for drinking? That would
very good question.
Mm-hmm. There were rumors that she went to rehab. So that would have.
I gotta think that she must have told him I'm only available for today, and the judge just made sure a testimony was put on the record. Because I'm telling you, if I'm that, it should have been some Amber Heard shit. She should have been on the stand from today all the way to goddamn Friday. At least.
Yeah. They rolled out the red carpet, and they really, you know, made her very comfortable. And yeah, Megan, if you need a break, but once again, when you're the victim in a situation, you want saying something happened to me, you know, they want to play it cool. But Kathy Todd repeatedly said, you know, if you need a break, let me know, and I know that this is hard for you, and all these different things. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, I'm not, listen, and I know some people might be like, yo, my interest on who she fucks or fucked is coming from a place of trying to paint her as, you know, like a smut or trying to shame her for, like, come on, I drink every day. So I'm not trying to shame her tactics for either drinking or for having sex with whoever she want to have sex with.
Right.
But it's very important in the story.
Absolutely.
Y'all are fighting.
This is
allegedly two women may have.
It was said in a court of law that Ben Simmons and the baby, you know what I'm saying, have been fucked on. We sit in a courtroom and this is it. The baby came out and said that he fucked the girl. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? Who she mad at? Us or them niggas? The fuck?
No, I agree. Yeah, I'm surprised those questions weren't asked. But you never know. It might be asked to her friends. Hey, Kelsey.
Right.
You hung out with Meg mad time. Have you and Meg ever gotten a physical altercation before? Have y'all ever argued over men? Have y'all ever argued while she was drunk? How does she normally act when she's drunk?
Yeah, I want to say something.
You get in fights.
If a gun went off, it's crazy not to have sympathy for her. Tory or Kelsey dead wrong. Babe, if it was an accident, I'm not getting behind somebody falsely accusing someone. If you accidentally bump me, bitch, you could feel bad about it. But if I try to make it something that it's not, that's something completely different. I'm gonna have sympathy for something that I'm not sure of. That's what this trial is about. So I'm not gonna point the finger. If I acknowledge certain things, that would be me like acknowledging that he's guilty, that he did do it. So we don't know what happened yet. We know what he's being accused of and what she claims, and that's what needs to be remembered. Like I said, she got hurt some type of way. Obviously, we see the scars and shit. So obviously something happened, and that is horrible. But we have to remember that she's accusing somebody of something very specific, and that's what needs to be proven, because it may be that it did not happen that way.
Did they? She said she was in rehab for months with her foot, and she couldn't walk for a while. Did they ask her about her twerking in like 5 business days?
No. That's why I'm interested to know from the doctor. No, there's nothing like that. I'm interested to know from the doctor, what did you recommend for her? And who in the hell was doing the physical therapy? And what day did this girl start walking again? Please tell me. Because we saw her. We saw 1 foot bandaged up down at the damn club. We seen her at DJ Khaled house. We seen it, but you was walking and twerking and dancing and performing.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I think no. And if the shit keep going this way, no reasonable jury would convict him. It's too all over the place. Well, even at base value, it's too all over the place. What the fuck are you to make of this shit? This is a mess. And The
is
prosecution's
it known
evidence ain't helped
or
the damn thing. And what a damn
oh
bullet
sorry.
fragments. I'm afraid to get up there and acknowledge that them damn bullet fragments gone.
Hey, is it known if Tory will take the stand? Is that planned or
Nobody
not?
has mentioned that at all. So I don't know.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So who else on the witness list definitely has to testify?
EJ, the stylist, Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Kelsey Harris, the ex best friend, the doctor. Past that, they haven't revealed.
Mm. Okay, so most likely all these witnesses are probably going to take up at least for the rest of this week, right?
We
I'm just
got
trying
through
to
we
think.
got through 5 the first day. Megan took all day. But we got through quite a bit that first day. I'm hoping that they get I'm hoping that we do Kelsey like up until about half of the day before lunch and come back in and get some more people in there. But Kelsey might take all day.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that this trial, opening, closing statements are probably going to be given like next week Wednesday at the latest.
At the
That the
late,
jury could have, yeah, the jury could have at least maybe possibly a day to deliberate if it's that contentious,
mm-hmm.
or 2 days that they could deliver a verdict definitely before
Yeah.
the 23rd. The courts are going into holidays after the
They're
23rd.
telling me that they don't even think that this will go the 10 days. It's supposed to be a 10-day trial. They don't think that shit gonna even go 10. So what you're saying about maybe Wednesday? Yeah, that's about what is being whispered about. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's just interesting, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So today wasn't as lively. We got Megan's side, but it wasn't one of them lively days. I feel like yesterday was more lively.
Well, I heard everyone was on edge because Meg was coming to court. Like, it was like the queen, like, coming to town.
Oh, really? That's what they're saying?
Yeah. Reading Nancy's tweets and a few other people's tweets, it was like, people were they were making sure nobody, there's somebody named, something Cunningham. She said that they were making sure that absolutely no pictures, and they were like really like almost down people's throats, and
Yeah.
even outside of the courtroom, making sure that no one video took pictures of, spoke to.
There weren't. Let me tell you something. There were fans of hers there, so there were people, and Tory, mind you. There were people literally screaming, "Free him! He didn't do it. He's innocent!" Literally. But they chose to highlight who was there for Megan, of course. But Megan had fans there, so you did have some people fanning out. But when it came to her getting on that 15th floor and coming in, I didn't see people fanning out. You had some people that maybe got a smile and were, excited maybe to see her being there. But because of all of the extra shit that went into getting her into that seat, what I felt like was that everybody involved in that courtroom was agitated and annoyed and wanted to just like, come on with this shit. It was like, okay, like, come on,
Hey, I seen a few people holding up signs outside. Did y'all see my son out there holding up a sign?
I did not see my son. Was he there?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, was he there? I didn't see him.
No. He's infamous for, holding up the picture signs. I would thought he'd be there.
No, I didn't see him. He had his girl Tamika there.
What about the group of I think it was mostly ladies that were holding up the signs outside though? Were they chanting or were they saying anything? I know there's going to be a different exit and entrance for, like, say Tory or whatever, but was everything cool?
Yeah, they were cool.
Were they shouting at supporters for Tory? Like explain the
no,
scene.
they had like some damn tables set up, and they had their damn box of t-shirts and they signs. To me, child, it was giving broke dick dog. I don't know why in the hell they propped their ass up out there. Somebody came upstairs and had on a "I stand with Megan" shirt. Tory saw it and he said, "I stand with him," and he was holding his son when he said it. So the people upstairs got to see it and was like, child. So it wasn't no hostile environment. None of Megan's fans that I heard upstairs were coming at Tory. They was looking at him, child. Some of them looked like they want to fuck. I don't know.
Hey, I seen. Go ahead.
No, I said that's what it looked like to me. That looked like that was, trying to see what was up. Looking at them, and shit like that. The same way they was excited to see me, they was excited to see me too.
Oh shit, my best connection. Oh, okay. No, I seen Tory the courtroom with his son, and it looked like he looks in good spirits. He don't look too stressed. He
At
looks in
all.
good spirits, like this is going exactly how he thought it would.
Yeah.
What is his facial reactions? I see somebody say that he didn't look at Meg the entire time, and that like his head was down. What's Tory's body language like in court? Because that's usually also really
Yeah. Tory in court, and even today has remained very confident. I don't know if that's a Leo thing or if he feel like I got this in the bag or what. But if he is stressed,
confident or arrogant.
not arrogant. No. Even stopping to acknowledge people that come up to him to say, hey, da 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 da, and smiling with them and being kind and coming in. He ain't walking in all cocky or nothing. Come in, sit down, go where he's supposed to go, in the court. He has a notepad, so he's taking his own notes. And he didn't look at Megan when she came in, but at certain points during the testimony, he would look up, and he was, obviously paying attention to what she was saying. And other than that, he would put his attention on what was before him. I feel like his notepad, whatever notes he was taking, speaking with his attorneys and stuff. Nancy Dillon made a post about how his son was present. That Tory made sure that his son was not present for all of those things that were said. He made sure that no, that he didn't hear particular things. So he was very aware, of what was being taken in that regard and protecting his child. And yeah, I just felt like he would look back, at family members and kind of look at them and get that little boost a little bit and turn back around and focus, just look really focused. But he didn't look stressed at all. He ain't look stressed damn day.
Okay, that's a good thing.
You wouldn't
That's a good thing.
nigga was going through this.
Yeah, he looks outside of court. He looks like he's chilling.
Yeah. So no, he's not allowing this to bring him down, and that says a lot. Tory could they could get stories planted and da 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 da. He's in the industry as well, like the same way other people that. I think that it's been looking like a lot of desperation, all this shit that's been going on. They ain't needed to do that. Even when it came down to those opening statements with the slideshow, I really like how his attorneys came up and just simply got that podium and spoke. It hasn't been about the theatrics. It hasn't been about, well, believe me, and let this get put here and let this get put there. We here now, and the story will be told. Like he said, we'll go to court, we'll have our day. And now it's playing that. And I think that he's pleased with the way that things are going. I can't speak for him ever. But like I said, he looks confident and he don't look like he's been shaken. So
What do you think that Kelsey's going to reveal anything new? Like, we know she's going to say Tory shot him, right? But do you think she's going to open up more, maybe more than Meg, and kind of explain some of the nuances that led to Tory allegedly having a gun in his hand? Because that's going to be her story.
Yeah. I think that Kelsey will say some interesting things because we haven't heard from her. So when she gets to breaking shit down, a lot of shit going to be new to us. And I think she's going to be able to put context around a lot of shit for us.
I think she'll.
You think what?
The best job telling since. I think she's on paperwork. As I said, immunity deal. So she has an immunity deal, which means she has to testify, right? I think she's gonna do the best job telling since Tekashi 6ix9ine. I think she's gonna give detail after detail, and Tory's lawyers are gonna have to go to bat to try to poke some holes in what she says. I think Meg been saying 15 different stories. It was easy to kind of like, you said this here, right? Like, it's easy. I think with Kelsey, even though Kelsey did say a few things like, live, and she never ever said Tory didn't do it, but right. She almost kind of like was only ever saying she didn't do it,
yeah.
But she never said who did. So it was kind of weird. But if she comes out with very clear details, like this happened, we started doing this, blah, blah, blah. And I know her story is probably going to start from the pool party.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the question going to be, well, how much did y'all drink? Were you the only one that got, so drunk that you had to pass out? What did happen? What did make Megan get upset? Was it the wig? Did she say something about a wig? When I want to know who gonna claim these damn bags. Who is gonna claim these bags that could have had a weapon in them? Megan don't know who the shit it was. Once again, a good question is gonna be, Kelsey, where were you when this took place? Because don't forget, she got the gunshot residue on her. And my whole thing is, I wish that they would have tested Megan for gunshot residue as well, because I'm willing to bet that she had it on her.
Yes, somebody said, do you think that Meg ever had possession of the gun? And obviously, Meg clearly said she never saw the gun ever until that moment when she allegedly saw Tory with it. But what's your feeling? What do you think?
My feeling is that I find it quite coincidental, and I don't believe in coincidences, that they tested 3 people. They said that they tested 3 people's DNA up against the gun, and that it had 4 contributors. So of course that could have been anybody, but I mean 2 + 2 is 4. 4 people in the car. Maybe everybody was trying to grab the shit.
I mean, shit.
Wow. Security got to protect Tory. Tory was trying to break up a fight. Why wouldn't he be trying to? Okay, that's his job. So why wouldn't we think he could have been over there too? Did he?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If Kelsey don't tell us about her getting her ass whipped by Meg, I'm gonna say, yo, throw this whole case out, man. Like on some real, like, y'all can't be selectively remembering what's going on. You know what I mean? You remember all the things that you think you need to say to get the nigga to jail, but you ain't telling. Nigga, let's keep it a bean. Y'all were scrapping in the middle of the streets. Meg gave you a beating of your life. Nigga, acrylics popping out everywhere. You said what?
You think Megan will Kelsey?
You said, do I think Megan is what?
Do you think Megan will Kelsey?
Do I? Nigga, I think she beat her into oblivion.
No, I'm going to tell you why she didn't. Because them photos of Kelsey at the police station, Kelsey ain't got not one hair out of place or a scratch on her fucking face.
Really?
Yeah, they showed it to us. All she had was a ripped top. One of her straps was ripped, and she had a little bit of blood on her leg, but she helped Megan in the car. So I'm thinking that came from, Megan bleeding, and she had a cut on her leg. If Kelsey got beat the fuck up, it was the softest fight of forever. Who did we not see? We didn't see Megan.
Hold on. No scratches on Kelsey at all.
Not that they saw. And when they asked the police officers the first day, were there any other people injured on the scene? No.
I ain't gonna lie. Maybe Kelsey is Wolverine, man, because the prosecutor also said that Tory punched her in the face, and she.
Okay.
Like, listen, man. Unless they say Tory hit like a bitch, Tory punched her in the face. She allegedly fought with Meg. No scratches on her. She looked fine. What's going on out here?
Last time they accused Tory of punching a nigga, he got towed the fuck up, huh? If he would have hit that girl, he would have tore ass up, huh?
You tell me that Kelsey could take a punch better than August Alsina?
Telling me that's wild shit.
This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. Listen, I need somebody to get up on that stand and tell the whole fucking story, the full story. The full story.
The full story and just tell the truth. Tell the devil. Y'all gonna let that nigga go to jail for 22 years, quite possibly, for some bullshit?
Yo, I'm full court pressing Kelsey, and they should have did it with Meg, but I get it. You got to go soft on the victim. You don't want to do too much.
Yeah.
But one of the neighbors said they saw 2 women fight in the streets.
Absolutely, and we have a nail in the street, and we got jewelry in the street. So something happened, and it was separated from the chain.
And by the way, this is just my humble opinion. It's so unlikely that a gun gets fired before any actual like I could see them fighting. Somebody loses the fight. Somebody's drunk. They try to go for a gun. Maybe like, you know what I mean? Somebody else is trying to stop him, this and third, and whatever else happened. It just seems crazy to me that, especially, let's say it's the bodyguard's gun. All of a sudden, the first thing that happens is somebody just grabs that gun and just shoots at her. Nobody tries to restrain her.
They said that it took a few seconds. Megan said it took a few seconds for her to get out the car, walking. Huh?
Wait, what happened?
Oh yeah, I thought you said something. They said it took a couple seconds for Megan to get to the front of that car and then he said, "Dance, bitch, and die." So, are we supposed to believe? And y'all need to see these pictures. Backseat junky as hell. I'm talking about suitcase thrown back there. That our front seat got shit. It was trash. They had to move the trash to get to take a picture of the gun. Purse, papers on the floor, napkin on the floor, suitcases all over everywhere. You mean to tell me that Tory, because who in the fuck keeps a gun in the damn backseat? Where the hell you sitting at? Okay, you mean to tell me that Tory, in 2 to 3 seconds, if the gun was originally in the front, jumped to the front, got the goddamn gun, got in the back, went over to where Kelsey was sitting, opened the door, and shot. This shit happened in less than 5 seconds. No.
Good point.
Who ride? Where you put a gun when you in the car? You put that shit in the glove box. You might put it up under your seat, maybe the driver's seat or whatever. It was under the driver's seat. Tory went up under the driver's seat, got it, got over there, opened the door, and did that in less than 5 seconds.
Yeah, they're making it sound that nigga's MacGyver.
Yeah, like he just Superman in this bitch. He moves fast as fucking light. No.
They got that nigga on some Steven Seagal shit. What the fuck?
Huh?
Man, I gotta see. I need somebody who's gonna tell a story, man. They're gonna get on the stand and say, "Listen, man, we go to Kylie's party, okay?" And I need to hear the details of that. I want every detail. Like, I don't want no missing details. I need to know: did anybody argue at Kylie's party? What was the demeanor between Kylie and them? Because you know what's also interesting? Kylie stopped on following Meg. Kylie not really with all the bullshit. Kylie looked like no matter what, and you would think Kylie would be definitely more sympathetic, and Kylie don't fuck with Meg, okay? Why is that? I want to know. Now, again, it could be a million objections, but it's going to add to the narrative of what happened that night.
Kylie's best friend, shortly after the incident, posted, Stassi with her fine ass, she posted on Instagram right after and said, "Real happy girl shit." And Kylie took a picture of her fucking foot and posted it right after Megan announced that she had got shot in the foot. Kylie posted a picture of her damn foot in the water. They shaded that hoe.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I reported on it. Yeah. Way back.
Let me Google this shit. Oh, shit.
Yes. And I think it's still on their damn page. Stassi said real happy girl shit and was like hanging on the damn boat doing rich people shit. Why they?
Nah, this is crazy. Nah, this is getting out of hand. Holy shit.
I want to see what Corey got to say, and I want to see what EJ got to say.
Was Corey there that night?
That's what they say. Mm-hmm.
Was he there for the whole night?
They did not acknowledge that.
But they really want to. Was he there the whole time? Because even when Tory goes live in a pool, we never see him. Say again?
He was there when Megan and them got there, and at least until Tory was there. Yeah, because Megan said Corey was there, Kylie was there. You know that. So yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering why. What your grown ass doing over here?
That's a good point.
Okay. Is it possible that did Kylie not trust it, or I don't know? You never know what they ask, how they be doing shit.
That's fucking interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Listen, the only thing I'm happy about is that we're going to finally get a conclusion to this whole fuckery. Enough is enough.
Right, and everybody can move on with their fucking life. And I want to, and you tell me how
and
we're in media, right? To a certain degree. Well, you really in media more. You're more established than what I am. But what I will say is, do you feel like we win regardless? Because I do. I feel like regardless of what happens with the case, this is just another story. There's some people who feel like depending upon the verdict that certain people are gonna be ended because of at certain points maybe you thought this or maybe you believe this or maybe you believe that. Do you think that do you think that the verdict will affect you and your platform?
no. Listen, I've always maintained. I don't know who. I felt like there was bullets fired. Like, I'm not denying something that seems to be the truth. I don't know who fired the shot. People have always just called me biased because from day one, I was unwilling to just say, "Oh, she said it's Tory," or it's got to be Tory. You know what I mean? Like, it's the funny thing about this whole thing. A lot of people say, you know what? You know what's wrong about society? Blah blah. People don't believe black women. Well, let's think about this. The reason why we're at this impasse at this crossroads is that we did believe black women, right? In the sense of we believe Meg every time she flipped the story. So the reason why we're in this trial where we can't tell what the fuck the truth is, we believe that when she lied, I stepped on glass. We believe it.
Right.
Then she switched the story. Nah, I ain't stepped on glass. I got shot. Which one you want us to believe? Then she said, well, I ain't tell them because I thought the cops was going to shoot us. Okay. No, really, it's because I just ain't no snitch. Okay. Now it's, I want him under the jail. Jesus Christ. The only reason why the prosecutor's having a tough time, Meg done switched her fucking story 49 times.
And
okay?
49 times. They're more ready to blame people like you and me and try to make us accountable for the way that we feel. I feel like anybody, the media in general, has made Megan accountable for her contradictions. Stop acting like people woke the fuck up and decided, fuck that girl, she lying. Stop.
Hey, I'll tell you this, and a lot of people have said that like me or my platform has been anti-Meg. Even when Meg started responding to me, right, and Meg was like tweeting at me, whatever, we never called Meg a liar at that point. We never called her a liar, right? Now clearly there's proof of inconsistencies. If I did say she was a liar about certain things, I could. But at that point, all we were reporting was things that made that just casted doubt, which was like, okay, well, this might help the case that Tory may have not done it. And you could tell this is some Rock Nation control bullshit, which, I'm just, at the end of the day, I don't care how popular I am. Like, I control my platform. I don't give a fuck who else. You're not going to control my platform. So she was just mad that anyone would report anything that made it look like maybe there is a doubt that Tory did it. She took it personal.
Right.
Oh, Tory must be paying y'all. That's why I responded. I said, Tory paid me. I said, you must be delusional. You want me to cover this case to only say, oh, yeah, of course you got shot. Or I need to omit anything that makes Tory look even a shade of innocent. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think that's honest reporting. If I sit here and I only pick out the details that make Tory looks guilty when there's openly facts and information that say, hey, we're not saying he's innocent, but wait a minute. Right. This is something to think about. Mm-hmm. A fair and unbiased media is going to put everything out. You let the people decide. Let the people decide. Meg clearly wanted to run a narrative. She wanted to run a narrative run with all media, and for the people like me who she felt that wasn't going down with, you know what she said? Oh, it's because Tory paid y'all. Yeah, she went online and said you probably either you getting paid or you want to fuck him or all kind of shit. Do not ever sit up and play with my motherfucking mind. It ain't nobody that's watched anything. When I have said I think this or that, what I've shown them exactly why, that ain't felt like, even if they don't agree, I see why you said that. I get respect because I don't get up and say, oh, I think this because the bitch said it. I have been able to show exactly why I think the way I think. And I called her ass a liar because she is. That's a fact. She is a liar. Just like she got her ass to the day and said, yeah, I lied.
So get over it, bitches.
And by the way, like, for everybody who just thought, for outlets like myself and even yours that may have, like, again, we're trying to get to the truth.
That's it.
Right? So, you know what I mean? There might be certain things that we post that might seem to be in favor of Meg, certain things that's in favor of Tory. In reality, this case is proven that the way we covered it is absolutely right, because it's not open and shut. It's not, automatically we know Tory did it.
Exactly.
The jurors right now are probably thinking, well, I thought this, but then I heard this. They are torn. They are torn, or they're not all the way convinced yet. It's no way you can listen to those first 2 days of, testimonies from everybody, from detectives to even Meg herself, and you don't even come to the conclusion saying, oh yeah, no, he definitely did it, and you expected people who aren't privy to all this information that the jurors are getting to just automatically believe that it's
Right.
open and shut. No, people are skeptical. That's it. You know what I mean? People are skeptical.
The people,
And if Meg didn't make this whole thing, right, where it feels like she's trying to use this as a career play, where she didn't feel like and she keeps talking about it, like she's not getting enough sympathy, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not getting enough sympathy. And that's the only, because you've gotten all the awards. Ever since then, you've gotten all the awards. I don't know how she says her career ain't been going up, right?
right.
So if that's what you want to go with, I just can't understand why she wouldn't be able to see why people are skeptical, because the jury right now, I think they're the most skeptical people right now, and they're seeing all the real shit.
Yeah, I agree. And these people talking about who the bigger artist is, babe. First of all, don't sleep on all the Tory shit before, but even quarantine radio and what he was able to do and his trajectory. This shit affected all of that. And even with all of this, the nigga so fucking good. Y'all talking about who bigger, bitch, who better? Because at the end of the day, almost 1 billion streams this year. Y'all scared to tell people y'all listen to that nigga. The industry took his playlist, and shout out, Act, you put him on, like you put him on the playlist. So
Yeah, I brought that to light, and again, he's been very complimentary and also give me some of my credit for that. Like, once I called it out and everybody realized they got egg on their face,
exactly,
they kind of just start sliding back in on the sneak. They're not gonna make no announcement. Oh, what is on playlist? Wait, nigga, he was never on playlist for years. Y'all just threw him on there like last month.
Right. Was removed. And let's talk about the noise that was not made with Megan being on all the damn lists. So at the end of the day, y'all scared to show people y'all listen to that nigga. Y'all know y'all fuck with the Daystar album. Y'all know y'all fuck with Alone in Prom. Y'all know y'all fuck with what he just put out. Quit fucking playing, bitch. Y'all like that nigga.
Yeah, nah. It's gonna be so interesting how this whole shit's gonna turn out. And Kelsey's statement. Kelsey messaged me one time, and it was so funny. Let me see if I could.
Oh.
Damn. Let me see if I could. Oh, I can't. I'm on the live. I can't go back.
Damn.
Anyway, she was I remember it was an article that got posted that said something about, hey, Kelsey, like, either she was being paid by Tory or something like that, or like Tory tried to pay her off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the article, and she sent it to me, and she said, with the cap emoji, she says cap, and then I kept proceeded to say, hey, well, why don't you clear it up? And then she just never really said anything else. You know what I mean? Because I was basically trying to say, hey, listen, you're the third person. Just tell what happened. But it'll be interesting if she goes up there tomorrow, which I think this is the bombshell that might come out. Well, not bombshell. I think she might state on the record that Tory offered her money, even though maybe she doesn't have any proof. You get what I mean? She's definitely going to be like, oh, yeah.
Kelsey had gone in the comments on social media and denied that he offered her money. So, I mean, I guess if she want to get up there and say that shit, cool, but...
Remember, now she's under oath, just like how Meg basically said, yeah, I lied about that shit. I think Kelsey is gonna basically come out and say, "Oh nah, he didn't try." Like it'll make her story sound better.
Ask you this: what the fuck point would it be to offer Kelsey $1 million when Megan ass was already telling the shit? Megan, they need to tell us what day she supposedly linked with him, because Megan came out 4 days later and said this shit that happened. So what the fuck would have been the point of telling the cat was out the bag? I'll offer you money for what?
I'm wondering if she talked to Tory afterwards.
Kelsey?
Yeah.
I bet she did. Yeah. Well, you mean after, because she did answer the phone.
Yeah, after in the last 2 years, yeah, before it.
I bet
because I kid you not, I used to believe this. I used to say, I feel Tory is protecting someone. I like shit. Even when I talked to him, and I was just like, yo, when he's telling me what happened, I'm like, nigga, there's a part of the story missing, and I feel like it would. You're protecting someone and not try to, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to say not try to snitch, but you're protecting someone. You know what I mean?
What do you say?
Well, I mean, all of the details except the shooting.
Right. Right.
I heard everything else, but who had the gun? I've never heard that.
Right.
Never to this day. I've never heard that.
Where did it come from?
And I always thought was making sense, even in the narrative. Well, who would have the reason to shoot Meg? It can't be the nigga who's fucking Meg and her friend.
Right.
Like nigga, you fucking them both. Why are you shooting them?
Right.
You know what I mean?
For what?
Like, who would have that motive? Well, if they got into an argument, the friends that may have started maybe before they got in the car, escalated while they got in the car. Tory is kind of, you know what I mean, in the middle of it, but they're really going at it because they also have issues from kind of stemming from before, which, by the way, Kelsey kind of confirmed. Basically saying, like, on the live, she basically said, yo, Meg, you've been taking my niggas forever, okay? I would believe that their argument escalated to some type of physical altercation, and in a drunk world, a woman would grab a weapon. Not saying this is normal, but two women fighting, and I could imagine one woman gets the best of the other, right? And that's how a weapon comes. That's a narrative that makes sense, though.
That's what makes
it just don't make sense that, like, the prosecutor's opening statement, like, oh yeah, the story starts with, oh yeah, they're in the car, and basically Meg tells Tory, you know your music trash, nigga, and all of a sudden Tory takes out a gun when she gets out the car and say, yo, dance, bitch, dance, and shot at her 4 times.
And like, I just say something I like. For Megan to try to throw out that, oh, I'm the better rapper, this is what triggered him so bad. This the same nigga that was playing basketball with a patch in the middle of his motherfucking head. The nigga can take a fucking joke. The nigga can take criticism. The nigga can take, like, you said he wasn't.
Listen, as hot-headed, because, you know, some people be like, well, he did sock out all this stuff. As hot, I do think Tory's a little hot-headed at times. But trust me, for a guy, it's a different level of fucking loco you gotta be to escalate an argument to shoot a woman. To just shoot her.
To shoot 5 times? The gun went off 5 times. Because the bitch say you couldn't rap? That don't even make no fucking sense. That shit sound dumb as fuck. They know that shit.
I think the prosecutor got to come with a better narrative for people to believe that Tory did it.
Yeah.
A little bit better narrative, because, again, when it comes down to believability, I want your story to flow. Just make sure your story flowed. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But like, damn, all right, well, everybody drunk. Okay, I can see that happening. But they telling some type of ducktail. I'm like, really, nigga? You're telling me that she just dissed his music and he shot her?
That's what they're saying. That don't make no damn sense. Even though the confession came out that, okay, yeah, that bitch betraying you. the fight was about some damn rap skills. And what the fuck he need to be insecure about? Y'all know damn well the nigga rap better than that girl. The fuck do he need to be mad about, bitch? That ain't even no question. Girl, quit playing.
That is the fact. If I was Tory, that's what I would hit her back with.
Yeah.
Sure, that rap better than you. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah. The fuck, bitch. Okay, rap. I feel like he would have said, okay, rap. Like it maybe have a little battle or something. Like, bitch, do your thing or something like that. I don't, pull out a gun, dance, bitch. This is not Harlem Nights. The fuck? That how supposed to be Delarice? No.
I don't know. Wow. Anyway, yo, how long you been up today? I feel like you've been at it all day.
I've been at it all fucking day. Time for a drink.
Hey, listen. We on live, and I'm on my Twitch and on my YouTube. Yo, shout to like your Cash App or something. You know, yo, listen, chat niggas, man. Y'all gotta give her something for her Henny fund. She needs something.
Y'all ass $sign MOBRADIO. Boom.
So $sign MOBRADIO.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate you, yo. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
We definitely needed a voice in there that was gonna come and just kind of deliver it straight. I feel like you've been mad detailed. Like you're telling us not only what people are saying, body language, everything that actually does matter, because you know what I mean. You gotta be your eyes and ears in that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It goes into it. You gotta get a real feel of the space. I'm gonna need a new.
Yeah.
Look, that shit almost full.
Oh shit.
This shit getting real serious. I think I need a sketch pad now. I don't fucking know.
My boy Kyron said he finna pay your rent.
Say this shit. He like,
oh man. Yo, y'all showing some love, definitely.
But you know what? I appreciate you two academics, because at the end of the day, you have a huge ass platform. And so you putting anybody on your shit but me in this instant obviously brings attention and da 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 da. So I get that, because it's not something that you had to or have to do. So thank you.
Hey, are the other? You know, I was shocked by. You know, we're gonna cut up a lot of this clip. I'm shocked that a lot of the media outlets aren't using some of the the coverage that you're getting.
I'm not shocked.
Why?
Because that's the way they've been acting. I've gotten into it with people that own some of these blogs. We don't see eye to eye.
Oh, okay.
My sentiments about certain people that I feel like they have biases towards, I think is the reason why, they won't post certain shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of going on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like anybody credible who's shit. We obviously, we come to you to get the breakdown, but lawyers for workers, he be doing a breakdown. We be like, go to his shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We trying to get a kind of feel of what the fuck really is going on. And, sometimes, because you got to be going straight out of a notebook. Shit, you might have missed like 2 seconds, and maybe they thought those 2 seconds is important. So, I think it's definitely all important. And I think those outlets should show you some love, man.
Well, you did, and I tell you what, I promise you, I done been posted on all them hoes, and they've had to credit me before. One live with you did more than all of that shit.
Hey, so, I'm glad it's doing something. Listen, everybody go make sure y'all follow her. Please shout out your platforms, whatever the case is. Tell them how to reach you. That they can follow your content, because I'm pretty sure even when you're not on here with me, you're gonna still be updating, and you might forgot something now that you might have to know. So,
okay, so you see me up here now. We on Instagram. So this is my personal page. So MILAGRO, Milagro, roll my shit, or call me Nino, really, Milagograms. Or you could do the blog page. That's Mob's World, MOBZ __, and then the show is Mob Radio. So y'all can download Station Head and listen to it. Type in my name and listen, or y'all can go on YouTube. Y'all can go on Twitch and type in Mob Radio and tune the fuck in. But they. Like they ass no, it's shadow banned. Is your shit shadow banned?
Nah, they got me in the gulag. I ain't gonna lie.
In the
I ain't gonna lie.
alleyway.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like there's a lot. Good thing we have like a really loyal following. So
Yeah.
like our should be shadow banned and looking not shadow banned, but like
Okay.
really
That's right.
you could barely find
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to type it
So
letter for letter to the end.
yeah, nah, that's how it be, yo. What's your plans for the rest of the night? You gonna take it down, review notes, you gonna get ready for tomorrow? You gotta get some good sleeping.
Yeah, we got to get good sleep in, shower, get cleaned up, and get ready to see what the hell Kelsey say tomorrow. And I hope that now that Megan's ass is gone, we can get back to it being more chill in a more you just relaxed environment. It was very tense today and just a lot of extra shit. So I hope that we can get back to just relaxing a little bit and then, just get the shit without all the fluff. Let's just get the story. Come on, let's move the shit along.
All right, definitely. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Hit me back if anything else. I'll hop back on here with y'all, with you, and we'll chat it up a little bit more. I'm gonna just kind of read some tweets from some other people and see what the feedback is on here. So
Okay.
um
Good night and thank you again.
no, of course, no, definitely we're gonna do some shit together, for real.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Listen. I like to make sense out of nonsense. And with all honesty, I believe all charges against Tory Lanez will be dropped. The sad part about this situation is the stigma after the fact. Even if he's found not guilty, people are still going to have the narrative to say, well, you know what? It's only because this and it's only because that and it's only because she lied but he probably really still did it, and he's going to have to live with this situation for the rest of his life, which is really sad because nothing ever happens to the person what the quote unquote victim when they get caught in their lies and they make these statements or whatever. Nothing happens. Everyone goes about their business. But anyways, leave your likes, comments, and please subscribe. I'm out.